Welcome to the main topic for this week. Yep. And this will probably be fairly short because it's just going to be us kind of coming up with ideas off the top of our heads. But Sony is this week, possibly today, depending on when you're watching this, possibly in the past. That's how the internet works. But Paris Games Week is Monday, October 30th. And they have announced that there will be 21 game updates, including 7 all-new game announcements for PlayStation 4 and VR. Nothing for Vita, shockingly.
Nothing for Vita. Vita is dead, sorry. But this is new games. This is one of the games they're probably going to be talking about. They're going to be talking about Spider-Man.
Yes,
that's going to happen. But that's not one of the new games. But I think they're going to talk about Spider-Man.
Okay.
I think they're gonna drum up. I feel like Red Dead may be in this as well.
It's possible
because I think that they want to show some exclusives and some non-exclusives as well. I think that Red Dead will probably be in there. But when it comes to new games.
Okay, before we get off that topic, though, I want my prediction for this one. I think we get a God of War release date.
I can totally see that. I am completely fine with that.
Okay.
I have an outlandish prediction.
Oh, cool. I love those.
So, Rocksteady has been working on who did Arkham, right? They have been very quiet.
They have been.
And
that's what, 2-3 years since Arkham Knight?
Superman.
If anybody can do it.
Story Superman game. The Superman. So
we have two.
We have good what? The Superman.
2 good Superman story games.
Superman Returns on the PlayStation 2.
I wasn't counting that. I was counting Injustice 1 and 2 because my favorite Superman is a douche.
So, Superman is very hard to write for, which is why
even if you take out game mechanics, like Superman's hard to write for story for anyway.
That's the problem with the DCU.
Yeah.
So, I personally, I think that of the trio, right, of the Holy Trinity, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Mm-hmm. I feel like they've nailed 2 of those characters, and it's something that before Batman vs Superman came out, I was a naysayer. I was trashing Ben Affleck left and right, but his version of Batman is really good. Yeah. His version of Batman works. Yeah. It is somber. He's dealing with a lot of stuff. This is Batman.
But Batman's supposed to be dealing with a lot of stuff.
Batman's been in this world for a while. He's seen a Robin lost. Yeah. He's seen a lot of hard things. He is a pessimist, but you know what? Read the Batman comics, and that's Batman.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman completely nailed it. Superman has lost the essence of Superman.
Yeah.
Superman has to be either full-on Paragon or full-on Renegade Mass Effect. Yeah. You have to be goody-goody two-shoes, or you have to be completely evil.
And that's one of the reasons. Okay, not going too far from video games, but like when we start talking about comics and comic stories, we're gonna go into
Superman's gonna be announced.
We will get back to predictions. But yeah, the version of Superman that they have on Supergirl is like Christopher Reeve levels of awesome, because he has nailed Clark Kent and Superman, and that's the best. And it's again, I appreciate how difficult this is to do, but they've done it. And so if
Brandon Routh did it, I'm sorry, Brandon Routh did it in a trash movie. Well, I'd say
and Kevin Spacey nailed Lex Luthor.
Yes. So what Superman is very important, and how Superman views the world, and the way that you can play with that in different ways is very interesting.
Yeah. Last comment on this topic, and then we'll go back to predictions. But the other day I was talking with my girls, and like I like to ask hypothetical questions. Mm-hmm. And so I was talking to them, and I said, if you could meet and talk to anybody, in one character in Marvel, one character in DC, who would you want to talk to? And I realized, generally speaking, I don't like Superman, but he's the one I want to talk to because as basically a god, he loves humans.
He does.
And his positivity and his Boy Scout like everything can be better. His belief in us as a species
Yes.
is really encouraging.
Which is why he has been an analog for a god or a messiah figure since the beginning.
Yep.
Because you have this all-powerful being for almost completely invulnerable, and still he cares about a bus that's gonna get.
He cares about the individual.
It's in an amazing way, and I think that part of his heart is what's missing. From the movies, I think that Brandon Routh nailed it. I think Christopher Reeve nailed it. I think that Tom Welling nailed it in Smallville. Like, in regards to his heart, he didn't get that separation.
Yeah.
So his was still Superman being Superman as Clark Kent, which I felt went way too long, because that has to be like Gotham, where it's like I have to put on this persona when I'm really young, and I have to put on the fake persona of Bruce Wayne, because Bruce Wayne is the fake persona.
Right.
Batman is the real guy.
And we prefer it when they are two separate character aspects of the character.
Yeah.
Basically dueling.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that gets announced. But yeah, I think that they are going to give us. I think that we're going to see more, another, like how Resident Evil was fully playable in VR. I think that we're going to see a Sony published, massive, like substantial, more than 5 hours.
Yeah.
A full game announced by them for VR.
Yeah, I was going to say, in addition to that, I think there's going to be more talk of VR apps. There's going to be a push for VR in addition
to VR,
to
like utility type stuff.
Well, like utility type, or like, hey, we're working with these companies because we want to be able to do more interactive educational things, and possibly entertainment wise, on enhancements of how great the movie version, because if you put on the VR, PlayStation VR, you can watch a movie. Like enhancements to that and other ways. In addition to that, we're going to hear about the upgraded PlayStation VR upgraded PlayStation VR 2.0
coming to the West.
Coming to the West.
Yeah, because right now it's only in Japan. And
correct.
I hadn't said it out loud, but that was going to be one of my predictions as well. So we will both take that prediction because he lets me do that.
Yes, I'm excited about it. It's a big unknown, and it's really cool that they're saying we have 7 brand new game announcements. And that's where it gets so open that it's hard to really nail down exactly what they're going to talk about. But I think they're going to talk about VR. I think that they realize that it's still a thing. It's not dead.
Yeah.
It's hard,
and it's got a very vocal and very excited community. It's a very small community, but they're nurturing this one a lot more than they did with the Vita, and so it's going to work.
Zuckerberg has proven and told them VR is going to stay. Because if Facebook is forcing it, Facebook's pushing it, people are going to adopt.
Yeah.
So I think that PlayStation, I mentioned by the end of 2018, I think that was my prediction. I was talking about the winner of all what was it?
Of VR. Oculus Rift, and PSVR.
Yeah. So I was like, this is going to be the winner. It's not going to be Vive. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be the Samsung. Like, that's going to be the place that you play VR.
Right.
So I think there's going to be a push for that.
Okay. And then I have one last prediction that is something that's not going to be on this list, and that is Bloodborne 2. That's coming. That is coming. That's going to be announced this year, but it's not coming here because it's a Japanese developer, and it's, that's going to be at PSX.
You think it's going to be PSX? Okay. I could see that. I don't think that it would be impossible for them to announce it here.
Not impossible, but this is I don't feel like that this is the place for it to get to, because at PSX it's going to be like Last of Us 2 was, and it's going to be the story of this year.
I think that they have enough tie-ins for with France that it could be, but if they're wanting to save it for PSX, then you got to save something big, and Bloodborne 2 would be big. So let us know in the comments what you think is going to happen at the during the conference, and if it's already happened, make fun of us in the comments about what we thought was going to happen and for getting it wrong.
And I would apologize for going on forever about Superman and the characters, but we only apologize when we're wrong.
We're right. See you later.
Bye. That was a fun talk.
Bye, guys.